Hi students, this is A. Mandari Kumar Rajesh. In this video, we are going to discuss a topic called mutation. First, we must understand what is called mutation. Mutation can be defined as the sudden heritable change in the genetic material of an organism, and that process is called mutation. So, sudden heritable change in the genetic material. Genetic material is nothing but the DNA of an organism. Then how can we identify that organism get mutated? So mutation occurs in the genetic material that is called DNA. So DNA undergone a process called transcription. So after the transcription, it produces mRNA. DNA undergone a process called transcription and it produced mRNA. Then that mRNA undergoes a process called translation and it produces a protein. And that protein is responsible for the character, that is the height or hair color or skin tone. So DNA is responsible for a character. So we can call it as gene. So gene is responsible for a character. So gene is nothing but a segment of DNA. So for example, capital T is a gene which is responsible for the character height. So the capital T is the dominant allele. And it is responsible for the trait tall. During evolution, mutation occurs in the allele capital T and is converted into small t, and it is converted into small t allele. The small t allele is responsible for the trait dwarf. Suppose if that organism contains small t and that organism looks dwarf So the mutation occurs in the gene, that is the genotype. So mutation occurs in the genotype. So variation takes place in the genetical makeup and that effect is expressed in the phenotype. So mutation occurs in the genotype and that the effect of mutation can expressed in the phenotype. Then the mutation was first discovered by the scientist Wright. In the year 1791. In male lamb. That male lamb had short legs. Then later on, the mutation was reported by Hugo de Vries. In the year 1900. In the plant Oneitriana lamarckiana. Oneitriana lamarckiana is a binomial name. The common name is evening primrose. So the mutation was reported in 1900 by Hugo de Vries in the plant Oneithiana lamarckiana. It is commonly called evening primrose. Then he also introduced the term, he also coined the term mutation. Hugo de Vries, who coined the term mutation, and he proposed a theory called mutation theory. Hugo de Vries proposed a theory called mutation theory. The term mutation was coined by Hugo de Vries, and he proposed a theory called mutation theory. Then mutation can be classified into two types. Mutation can be classified into two types. So please wait a minute, I will tell you that. So mutation can be classified into two types. They are gene mutation or point mutation. Gene mutation or point mutation. Then the second type is chromosomal mutation or chromosomal aberration. Chromosomal aberration. The gene mutation can be defined as the changes occurs in the genetic composition of the gene, or the changes occurs in the structure of genes. That means the changes occurs in the DNA base pairs. The changes occurs in the DNA base pairs. So example for the gene mutation or point mutations is transition, transversion, then missense mutation, then nonsense mutation, etc. So the gene mutation occurs in, and it make changes in the structure of the gene or composition of genes. That is, that mutation occurs in the DNA base pairs. For example, transition, transversion, missense mutation, nonsense mutation, likewise. Then chromosomal mutation or chromosomal aberration. That means the changes occurs in the structure of chromosomes and number of chromosomes. So this type of mutation can be classified into two types. They are structural chromosomal mutation, here numerical chromosomal mutation, because the mutation occurs in the chromosome and it make changes in the structure of chromosome. That is why it is called structural chromosomal mutation. Here the mutation occurs in the chromosome and it makes the number changes in the number of chromosome. That is why it's called numerical chromosomal mutation. For example, for structural chromosomal mutation is deletion, insertion, that is addition, then inversion, etc. For numerical chromosomal mutation, the examples are aneuploidy, then euploidy, then euploidy. So the example for numerical chromosomal mutation is aneuploidy and euploidy. Then the agents which are responsible for the mutation is called as mutagens. The substance or a factor which is responsible for the mutation is called as mutagens. Mutagens can increase the rate of mutation. The mutagens can increase the rate of mutations. Then mutation can occur spontaneously or by inducing. Spontaneously means nature. So mutation can occur naturally, and we can induce the mutation by applying mutagens in an organism. By applying mutagens in an organism, and that production of mutants is called as mutagenesis. Mutagenesis. That means mutagenesis means the production of mutants through exposure of mutagens. The production of mutants through the exposure of mutagens, and that process is called mutagenesis, and that organisms are called as mutagenized. Mutagenized, and that organisms are called as mutagenized, that is called mutants. Then there are two types of mutagens. They are physical mutagens and chemical mutagens. So please wait a minute, let me tell you about the physical mutagens and chemical mutagens. There are two types of mutagens. They are physical and chemical mutagens. First, I am going to tell about the physical mutagen. In the physical mutagens, we have two factors. They are temperature and radiation. If the temperature get increased, the rate of mutation also get increased. If the temperature get increased, the rate of mutation also get increased. When the temperature get increased, it breaks down the hydrogen bond between the two DNA nucleotide. It breaks down the hydrogen bond between two DNA nucleotide, So which affects the process like transcription and replication. So temperature plays a major role in mutation, causing mutation. Then radiation. There are two types of radiation. They are ionizing radiation and non-ionizing radiation. Ionizing radiations has shorter wavelength and it has high energy. It has high energy to ionize electrons from the atom. It has high energy to ionize electron from the atom. So it can penetrate into the tissues. So it can penetrate into the tissues because it contains high energy. So it can penetrate into the tissues and it can break the chromosomes. It can break the chromosome and it can make the mutation in the chromosomes. So example for the ionizing radiations are X-rays, gamma rays, alpha rays, beta rays and cosmic rays. So ionizing radiations are having shorter wavelength and it has high energy Then non-ionizing radiations are having longer wavelength. Non-ionizing radiation has longer wavelength and it contains lower energy. It cannot penetrate into the tissues. So this non-ionizing radiation, that is UV ray, the example for non-ionizing radiation is UV rays. So UV rays are used in unicellular microorganisms. unicellular microorganism for mutation. Then the U rays are used in spores and pollen grains because in these organisms or in these pollen grains the nuclei are located near surface membrane because it has lower energy, it cannot penetrate into the tissues. So in this organism we can use the UV rays. So this is the explanation about the physical mutagens. So I have explained the physical mutagens, then I am going to explain the chemical mutagens. Here I have written the chemical mutagens. So in the first column I have written the group of mutagens. So alkylating agents, base analog, agridine dyes and others. And the second column I have written the chemical name. The third column mode of action, how they cause the mutation. First I am going to tell about the alkylating agents. So example for alkylating agents are ethyl methane sulfonate and methyl methane sulfonate. Then these alkylating agents are most powerful agents which can cause mutation. They induce especially mutation like transition and transversion by adding ethyl or methyl group in DNA. They can add ethyl and methyl group in various position of DNA. So this alkylating agent can cause mutation by changing the hydrogen bonds in various ways. So this alkylating agent can cause mutation by changing the hydrogen bonds in various ways. Then the second one is base analog. That base analog means they look like they are similar to the base pairs. Base analog means they are similar to base pairs which are present in the DNA. So this base analog can replace the base pairs in the DNA. Suppose the base analog 5-bromouracil replace a base pair and the mutation takes place. So after the replication process, it leads to the mutation like transition and transversion. So the 5-bromouracil replaces the nitrogenous base and it makes a wrong pair. After that replication process, it leads to the mutation like transition and transversion. The most common used base analogs are 5-bromouracil. The most common used base analogs are 5-bromouracil. Then the third one is agridine dyes. The example for agridine dyes are acryfluorine and profluorine. It can cause deletion, addition and frame shift between two nucleotides, between two DNA nucleotides. It can cause deletion, addition and frame shift between two DNA nucleotides. And these agridine dyes are otherwise called as frame shift mutagens. These agridine dyes are otherwise called as frame shift mutagens. Then the fourth one is others, and it has the examples are nitrous oxide, then hydroxylamine. It can affect the translation process. It can affect the translation process and it can cause the transition. It can cause the mutation like transition. So that's all about the mutation. If you have any doubt, please clarify with me. Please stay home and stay safe. Thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you.